You stand up and head toward the bathroom, and before you even reach the door, your cat is already behind you. Not wandering in the same direction. Not passing by. Following you with focus like this tiny routine matters more than it should. Maybe they slip in before the door closes. Maybe they wait outside like they knew exactly where you were going. And it feels funny, until you realize they do it too often to be random. Most people assume it means curiosity, neediness, or one of those weird cat habits that make no sense. But cats do not repeat energy-wasting behaviors without a reason, especially when they could be sleeping somewhere warm instead. They notice patterns, body direction, speed, posture, and the small signals that happen before you even turn the handle. So when your cat follows you there, they are not just reacting to the bathroom. They are reacting to something about you in that moment. And this is where the meaning gets uncomfortable in the best way. Because your cat may understand that moment more clearly than you do. They see when your movement becomes predictable, when your attention drops, when your body enters a brief state of pause and exposure. To you, it is just a private routine. To your cat, it may be one of the most readable moments in your entire day. So the real question is not why your cat loves the bathroom. It is why that version of you keeps pulling them in. You start walking down the hallway, and your cat appears before you even reach the door. Not after. Not randomly. Right at that exact moment when your movement becomes linear, committed, almost automatic. Your steps slow slightly, your direction stops changing, and without noticing, your body becomes predictable. And to your cat, that shift is everything. Cats are built to track motion, not intention. Their eyes are tuned to detect small directional changes, acceleration, hesitation, things you don't consciously notice in yourself. In most of your day, you're chaotic from their perspective. Turning, stopping, multitasking, shifting focus. But when you head to the bathroom, all of that disappears. You move in a straight line, with a clear destination. That predictability creates something rare in your cat's world. Certainty. And in animal behavior, certainty reduces threat. Less unpredictability means less risk. So when your cat follows you, they're not just tagging along. They're stepping into the one moment where your behavior is easiest to read. You feel normal. To them, you suddenly feel safe. And here's the part most people miss. Your cat is not following the bathroom. They're following the version of you that exists on the way there. The slower breathing. The reduced tension. The lack of sudden movement. So when they walk behind you, it's not random at all. It's recognition of a moment where you finally make sense to them. Now think about what happens the moment you close that door. The space changes instantly. Smaller. Quieter. No background movement. No shifting light. No unpredictable noise. And inside that space, you stop. You sit. You become still in a way that almost never happens anywhere else. To you, it's privacy. To your cat, it's a completely different sensory environment. Cats don't rely on sight the way you do. Their whiskers detect air pressure changes. Their ears rotate independently to map sound in 3D. And in a quiet, enclosed room, those signals become clearer, sharper, easier to read. So when your cat follows you in, or waits outside, they're stepping into the one place where your signals are no longer hidden by noise. And here's where it shifts. When you're sitting there, your body is in a vulnerable posture. Still, grounded, distracted. In animal terms, that's a moment where awareness drops and defense is limited. So your cat doesn't just stay near you randomly. They position themselves. Watching the door. Facing the hallway. Listening. It looks casual. Almost lazy. But it's not. It's an ancient behavioral pattern. Monitoring while another member of the group is exposed. So the next time your cat sits there quietly, doing nothing. Are they really doing nothing? Or are they doing something you're not wired to notice? Now watch what your cat does after they enter. They don't just sit and wait. They start moving. Slowly, deliberately. Rubbing against your legs, brushing the doorframe, circling the small space like they're mapping it. It feels playful. But the pattern is too consistent to be just that. Cats navigate the world through scent as much as through sight. They have scent glands along their face, sides, and tail, releasing pheromones that mark safety and familiarity. So when your cat rubs against you in that moment, they're not asking for attention. They're blending their scent with yours, creating a shared signal that says, "This space is secure." And the bathroom amplifies that process. Warm air, hard surfaces, confined space, everything holds and reflects scent more intensely. So when you walk in, your smell spreads quickly, mixing with the environment in a way your cat can instantly detect. And when they add themselves to that mix, they're not claiming you. They're stabilizing the environment. But here's where most people get it wrong. You think your cat is becoming more attached to you. In reality, your cat is making the situation more predictable for themselves. So when they circle you, rub you, and settle in, are they seeking you, or creating a version of the moment they can fully trust? Now shift your attention to what you do without realizing it. You look down. You soften your voice. Maybe you smile. Maybe you say something like, "You again." Your movements slow even more. Your tone changes. Your attention narrows completely onto them. And in that moment, you become emotionally available in a way that rarely happens anywhere else. Cats don't need loud signals to read you. They track micro changes, your breathing rhythm, muscle tension, vocal tone, even the way your eyes focus. Research shows cats can distinguish emotional states through voice and body cues far more precisely than we assume. And in that quiet space, with no distractions, those signals become incredibly clear. So when your cat stays there, watching you, they're not just waiting. They're reading you, measuring your state, noticing if your voice is softer, if your body is relaxed, if your energy drops. That's why they often stay longer on certain days, sit closer, or become unusually still. Because something about you in that moment is different, and they can feel it before you even notice it yourself. And this is where it becomes personal. Your cat is not just responding to your behavior. They're responding to your internal state. The version of you that only shows up when you finally stop moving, stop performing, stop reacting. So when they follow you again tomorrow, are they following a place, or the only moment where you're truly present? And here's the part that almost no one is ready to hear. Your cat is not just following you because they feel safe with you. They're following you because that's one of the only moments where you feel safe in yourself. Your body slows down, your breathing evens out, your attention stops scattering, and they pick up on that instantly. Cats are extremely sensitive to emotional regulation. They don't understand your thoughts, but they read consistency, tension, and shifts in your nervous system. So when they choose to be close in that moment, it's not dependency, it's alignment. They are drawn to the version of you that is calm, readable, and emotionally steady. And once you see this, it changes everything. Because maybe your cat isn't just checking on you. Maybe they're showing you something you don't give yourself often enough. A moment of stillness, of presence, of being fully there without noise. So when they follow you next time, are they staying close to you or guiding you back to yourself? So no, it's not random, not curiosity, not clinginess, not a strange habit you never questioned. It's a chain of signals: predictability, safety, protection, shared space, emotional reading, all happening in a moment you thought didn't matter. And maybe that's the real shift. Your cat isn't just part of your life. They're observing the parts of you that even you overlook. Because sometimes, the smallest routine reveals the deepest truth. Your cat doesn't follow where you go. They follow who you become when you get there.